Oh, did you see the nervous look on my face? When it came up, it's every live stream that I'm stressing that I pressed all the right buttons. Okay, listen to this. I had it figured out for Instagram to cross stream. Oh look, and I pressed the wrong button. I should have pressed this one. Okay. I had it all figured out for Instagram, and it was on there, but it wasn't the right way. So you're only seeing like everything from here over. So I just didn't do it. Okay, look, John Hall already dropping super chats up in there. I see my man Scott Shireman. Oh look, there's Mike Bice representing Todd Davis. I'm gonna just start cramming hey now buttons. Maybe I'll give you a little D in the B too.
D in the B.
Yeah. Okay, so the Instagram thing, I'm 0 for 2. All right. This time we took a baby step forward. It wasn't the horizontal vertical thing didn't match up, so we are still cross streaming to YouTube, Facebook, and the Twitch. You can watch us in those places, but the Instagram audience is out. Here's the plan. Other than giving, oh look, I see you in there, Joseph, and Sweet 803, and Mr. Flapjack. Let me give you some hey nows.
Hey now.
You went the full D in the B one?
D in the B. And he did it that time. He didn't get close to the B. He put it in the B.
I see you, Mike. Hey now. To all you fools hopping in here. Okay, here is the plan. My man Scott Shireman, who's in the chat there. Oh, that's Scott Simposki's up in here too? Scotty, good to see you too, bro. Thanks for representing. So my man Scott Shireman, he bought some discs off my site. My stupid high-tech website did not take discs down that were sold to other people's bags already. So I had to make him some new discs. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna spin him out like the same kind of spin dive that he bought, just even better, and on plastic that he can throw instead of a destroyer that's way too big. Look, so here's what I got. Oh, there was my man Gord. Hey now. Did I miss anybody in the hey now category? The chat stream scrolls faster than I can read it, to be honest, but a couple hey nows for you, and maybe we should. Oh, I want to get into it. How about this one too? Moving, doing it. Let's do this thing. Okay, look, I'm gonna switch it over. Boom. Wait, do it. Boom. Man, do I love the transitions. I love the transitions. Okay, look. So I got this Castoplast. This is a Cax here. I never know how to pronounce the Castoplast molds. You guys... There is a D and the B stencil. For a while, it was my most popular selling stencil for a disc. I gotta turn my hat around, otherwise you're never gonna be able to see this stuff. Hit me up. I'll show you the D and the B stencil. I don't think I can pull it off loading it in here. But if you check out the Instagram page, you can see the D and the B disc. So anyway, I got this guy right here. We're gonna spin it up, but really, the key thing here is we're gonna try out new Discworks new Fly premix acetone stuff. I've been using this stuff for months. Okay, so it's not really like a super test for me, but I figured this be fun. We'll do this together. Now you can tell that I didn't do like 100% job getting the stamp up. There's just a tiny little blue ghost on there, but we're gonna spin right over the top of that, no problem. The colors that my man Scott Shireman wants on here, we need some blue. We need, where's the lime green? We need some lime green. Stay there. Eventually, we're gonna need some grape. This is my favorite purple ever. And we'll need chartreuse and fire red. Okay, so look at this. We got a 5-pack of these Flies we're gonna try out. Oh, there's my man Nickel. I see you shouting out the T Diddy Army. Let's give you a hey now.
Hey now.
Do we need more James Brown up in here? We do need more James Brown up in here. I can't read this, but let's see what this button is. Damn right. Okay, let's do this. Are you guys ready? Let's start spinning some discs. So I'm going. Oh man, I had this thing centered and I had to have bumped it. Look, So what I'm going to do here is a glue mask spin die. All right, so we're going to do layer 1 on this disc, and then I've already prepared to switch this one out after we put the glue on it to do layer 2 together. But I got to recenter this puppy. Yo, someone tell me in the chat if the background music, because this is the part where I stop paying attention to the chat and totally lose track of everything you're saying. So the background music might be a little clutch after I shut up. So someone tell me if the background music, if it's good, if you can hear it. All right, I think I got it. I think I got it. Oh, that's who Sweet is. Nutridize. You're a stud. Thanks, Nickel. All right, get ready. Here we go. Okay, so my plan is to do opposing blue fades on the outside, coming into each other. All right, so we'll start. This is the sapphire blue for Diamond that I'm using first. You can't see it because it's on the outside of the outside of the rim so far. Okay, and it begins. Low but chill. Okay, let me give you just a touch more background volume music. Boom. Boom. Okay. Now I know you can hear it. Okay, the UV, it's not glow, it's UV reactive. Okay, so it's not glow in the dark, it's glow under a black light. Which, if you're playing glow disc, like, and you don't have a black light on you anyway, I don't know what you're doing. But the stuff totally pops underneath the black light. But I'm not going to be using it on this spin. Slipped and I left a little swirl in there. We'll cover it up. Okay, that's as far as I want to go. I don't want to get it too big. Alright, now here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to bring in a little acetone. People ask this in the comments all the time. What is in that little black cap that he's dipping his brush or Q-tip in? Whenever you see this little black cap, there's just straight acetone in there. Did that without spilling a drop. And then I like using these fatter Q-tips. Oh yeah, you can see that. When I'm doing the blending and backing it out. So I dip it in the acetone. And this is how I kind of blend and smooth out the fades. Okay, I can dig that. Okay, I like that one. All right, so you saw that when I started with the fade that's on the rim, I use that Q-tip because, you know, it's easy to like just start on the edge there with the Q-tip. But now that I'm starting inside the disc, I'm gonna bring the brush out so that I can make sure that I get a nice sharp line, a nice hard line where I'm starting my fade, which is way harder to do with the Q-tip. Now I'll start to break the fade in. Tougher to make the fade nice and clean with the brush. You know, as it dries out, you're working with bristles instead of like one surface, individual bristles. But if you move slow, pull it off. The other thing I do with the brush when I'm doing a fade is I'm putting more and more pressure on it as I get further down, you know, to kind of spread the brush out on the disc, as opposed to like addressing it with the tip in the top section there. Now that I have my fade, I'm going to switch back to the Q-tip for a round. Alright, there's some sapphire blue. I'm pretty happy with those fades. Maybe they're not the absolute cleanest ever, but they're pretty tight. I can dig it. In fact, I'm gonna get a little, let's get a little too funky up in here. Oh, it's this page right here. Oh, hey now, Scott C. Sorry guys, I haven't looked up at the chat in like 5 minutes. Martin Disc Design, yo, I know you're checking your sticker right behind me, right? You can see it, right, bro? Yeah. Oh, whoops, I wasn't trying to give you the finger. That was my MS. Making my hand do something. Something I wasn't telling it to, I promise. Alright, look, let's keep moving. We got our blue opposing fades in position. Next, we're gonna do some lime green in the middle section. I'm gonna go with the Q-tip here. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Sweet. That went right according to plan. Okay. That's what I wanted, a little two-tone lime green. All right. Still moving. Yeah, Steve, these are the new dyes, which if you're on YouTube, I put a link in there that'll take you right to the page where you can check them all out. All their, I don't know, it's 13 colors or 14 or something like that. All right, next we're getting into some yellow. Because we're in the center here, I'm going to use the brush. This actually isn't yellow, it's chartreuse. They also have a lemon yellow, which isn't quite as bright and electric as this chartreuse. Okay, before I put this down, here's what I'm going to say, all right? I'm doing 3 different sections here. There's going to be, in a minute, 3 different glue masks done over top of them, okay? If you make the space in between the sections, like this white space right here, and the next white space that'll be right here in between this section and soon to be the middle section, if you make that too small, if you put the sections too close to each other, then it makes it extremely difficult to do multiple different glue designs on the same disc, okay? You're right, Mike Bice Retro. It is an acetone-based, premixed acetone-based poly dye. Okay, so I'm intentionally making sure that I leave like at least this much space right here in between this section and the next section, so that when I'm doing all of the glue mask different designs, like I have that little bit of wiggle room in between the different designs, which you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second here, when we get to the glue masking part, which is what's going to be next. But let me throw down this yellow fade here. Yellow is probably the hard, or chartreuse for that matter, is probably the hardest color to fade. You know, I mean, you really don't see any of the action happen until you start to back some of it out, really. But that brush was really full on the outside of that fade and pretty much empty at the inside, and it's still just leaving like an electric, super bright yellow. Kind of softened it up some. Okay, because I'm terribly OCD, I could obsess over fades all day long. Hours on each one, trying to get the contrast and the contour of it to be perfect. But I'm going to resist and hold off on that. Alright, two more quick little adjustments before we move on to the glue masking part. So, you know, because I've already talked this out with Sean Shireman, who's in the chat, this is going to be his disc. And we discussed the colors and stuff that he wants. I know it's going to be orange over the blue section, purple over the green section, and red over the yellow section. I'm going to box these two sections, the two middle sections, in with that accent color, a pinstripe of that accent color before we move on. So first I have the grape that I'm going to pinstripe that green section on the outside, and it just frames it in, and when it's all done, it kind of makes it kind of ties together the glue mask. I have to put my geek glasses on for this. Brushes run out of the dye really quick. I don't know if I mentioned this you can't really see it too much with this pinstripe, but this purple that I'm using is titled Grape, which they had long before they started making stuff for discs. Grape was my favorite purple back when this stuff was made just for fishing lures. Easy killer. Okay. Let's do one on the inside. Man, do I love a tight pinstripe. Okay, boom. Purple brush back. Give me a teeny tiny red. And now I'm gonna do the same thing with red. This is actually fire red. For that center section, just do one teeny tiny red pinstripe on the outside. That is appropriately labeled because that is fire red. One time around the disc and that thing was burning. Okay, boom. Now you see what I was talking about by just like framing those guys in. Alright, that means also that I can take... Get in there, red guy. That means also that I can take these off. God. Put the regular cheaters back on. Okay, boom. So that's stage one right there, all done. Oh. I haven't looked up at the chat in age. Let me just give you. Funky as you wanna be. Okay, so look. Now we're gonna put some glue on it. Alright, and what my man Shane, I'm sorry, what the Shireman wanted was waves, spikes, flower, going like that. Okay, so now we're going to put some glue on this disc. If you're going to do all of the glue designs at once, okay, start in the center section and work your way out. Okay, if you start on the outside, I guarantee you're going to bump it with your hand while you're doing the next section in the middle. It's so much easier to keep your hand out of the way when you start in the middle and work your way out. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. What's going on here? A little bit of glue in the middle here like this. No particular pattern. Get her spinning again. Now I'm going to spread it out with my finger. And I'm going to stop in that white space in the middle. Like that. I hope you can see how that the glue stops right in this section there. You don't want to go into the green section with it. Okay? But we got a thin layer on top of the yellow now. Get it spinning again. I'm gonna get one of my trusty paintbrushes here, and with the back of it, I'm just gonna do some ups and downs while pressing down, so that it's like scratching through the glue in that middle section, like so. Oh, here's the other thing. Make sure that your ups and downs stay inside the yellow. You don't want to go out of the yellow and then back in. Alright, you gotta stay in the yellow. I'm gonna start at the middle and then go like this. Boom. Alright, I don't know if you can see it. I'm not gonna pick the disc up right now because I need it to stay centered. But we got a little pinwheel kaleidoscope-y looking flower in the middle there. Okay? Next, we're going to take on that middle section, and for the spiky design, we're going to start with just striping beads of glue down, or up really, across the green section. Right, now this one, oh whoops, I don't want that doing that, not yet. For this one, it doesn't matter if we go in the blue section, okay, because we're going to come back, we need some James Brown up in here. Because we're, oh wait. Is my man Tommy up in here? That's Tommy. Tommy mumbles, oh look, there's my man Thor. And Brittany's up in here from Ugly Ann. Woo! Alright, so I'm going to start doing beads of glue, stripes through the green. Okay, and of paramount importance is to stop the stripe in that little white section in the middle there. Don't go into the yellow, okay? But it doesn't matter if you go in the blue, because what we're going to do with the blue later on. Oh, whoa, this is coming out way too fast. Settle down. Settle down. My glue is splurting out the top. Okay, let's try this. Here we go. Give me some glue. Boom, stop him right at the white. Space it out, stop it at the white. And you gotta be like exact and careful, because if you take it into the yellow, you're gonna ruin the flower design that you did in there. Now, the other option you have is you don't have to do all the glue masking at once. So you can just do that yellow section in the middle there, let it dry, and then do this green section. Let it dry and do the blue section. But I know you're all kind of impatient like I am, and you're going to want to do all three of them at once. Boom. There is our stripes. I said you could go in the blue section. I hardly even went in the blue section. Alright, now we're going to get it spinning again. Did I knock it off center? Doesn't look like it. Okay, and we're going to get the trusty paintbrush again. And now there's really like two ways you can do these kind of spikes here. You can push your brush down in there and then slowly like lower it down, and you'll get like spirally spikes. Or you can just press and hold it in one spot, pick it up. Press and hold it in another spot, pick it up. Press and hold it in another spot, pick it up. And then you'll get like parallel stripes as opposed to spiraling stripes, if that makes any sense how I said it. We're just going to do the straight ones. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it and I'm going to just press it right in the middle. Okay, you can see that, how it's striped and spiked through. And now I'm going to do it 2 more times, above and below it. Okay, that went pretty well. You can see how it like drags those spikes right through those lines that we just did. Alright, now we got one more section to glue. I'm gonna cover it with glue kind of like I did the first section, just kind of haphazardly all around it. And then we're gonna spread and thin it out over top just like we did the middle section. Oh, there's a glue booger in there. I need to get that out. Alright. feel like that's enough glue. Alright, now we'll get it spinning again. And then just like before, I'm gonna press my finger in it and smear it flat. I don't think I got enough glue on there. I 100% don't. Come on now. Okay, now just like before, I don't want to smear it up into the green. I only want to flatten it like into the white. So that the blue is covered with a thin layer and the green section is not disturbed. Just a touch more glue on the outside here. Now we're talking. Some right off the rim. Okay, we got a good coating there, and we did not mess with the green section. Now, just like we did with the middle section, we're going to do some ups and downs, except this time, instead of making like a tight flower design like that, it kind of stretches out these cool kaleidoscope wavy looking designs. Alright, here we go. And again, stay in the blue when you're doing your ups and downs. Okay, that's enough. Boom. Yo, that came out so much better than I thought it would. Okay, so that one. Now this sucker's gonna go right into the food dehydrator, and for like I'm gonna give it like an hour at 120 and let it dry. But I'm gonna pick this up to the camera, hopefully without disturbing the glue mask I just did. See if. Okay, there. Look, you can see all three designs. Right, the wavy one on the outside, the flowery one on the inside, and the spikes in the middle there. Okay, sorry, everything's backwards with the camera, so I'm moving it one way and it's supposed to go the other. Okay, now that one's out of here. I'm gonna stick it in the food dehydrator. I'm not gonna turn it on just yet though, because that thing is loud. But look at this. Look, boom. Here's one that looks like just the same, doesn't it? It's because it kind of is. It's like the same thing, except this one. I did earlier, and I did the exact same colors and the exact same glue mask. Kinda. This section in here got a little chunky, so that we can do the colors over top and then peel it off and see what it looks like. Like, do you remember with Julia Childs when she would have her cooking show and she'd like prepare it all and then she'd stick it in the oven, and then she'd pull one out that was done right away, right? You're like, what? Here's one I prepared earlier. So we did stages 1 and 2. We did the base layer and then the glue mask. And now, once I get this thing centered, which I'm there, now we'll do layer 3 over top, which is only going to go in those sections that we scratched out. Everything else under the glue is going to be protected. Okay, and my man wanted orange and then purple and then red. So I can get the rest of these colors out of here. No more green. We need the grape. We need the red. We don't need the blue. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. First, orange is going over the wavy part on the outside. Now, I'm using these fatter Q-tips for this because they just hold so much more dye, and it's easier to get it in the little cracks that we scratched out. With these Q-tips that just hold more fluid, hold more dye. Okay, I think that I'm gonna go one more time over, but I think we're good. Okay. Next, we're doing purple over the middle section, which again I'm using grape. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, look, I got this grape or old grape one right here. I'm gonna just reuse this. Oh yeah, you can kind of see that one taking shape. You need one of these thinner ones to do this edge here. Okay, I think that's maybe one more on the top half. Alright. Now last is going to be red in that center section in our little floral design. Golly, this fire red means business. Yeah, you can see that little flower kind of standing out over the yellow. Bang. Phase 3. Done. Okay, easy. Just stop spinning now. We're all done with that part. Okay.
Trying to flick my putter, see what happens.
Flick that putter. Flick that putter. Okay. I'll hold this guy up to the camera so you can see how you maybe see that a little better, maybe. I move it the wrong direction every time, so you can see some of those designs kind of coming through. Alright, now you have options at this point. Okay, you could just go to the sink and rinse off all the glue. Okay, but here's the thing. The dye bonds with the plastic of the disc in a totally different way than it does the layer of glue on top. Okay, and it's easy when you're rinsing it in the sink for the dye that's on the glue as it's rinsing off to smudge the disc underneath. Okay, so what I like to do is pick off as much, if not all, the glue as possible with the blade and tweezers. Okay, which it's not that hard. It kind of, you know, just once you get it going, it's almost like that sick Austin Powers, you know, skin thing, where you peel off these big sections and it's terribly satisfying. Look at this one that's coming off like this. Oh my god. That felt so good. So that, yeah, see, we got that big whole section off already. Let's just finish off this little middle guy here. So by picking it, you know, honestly, I think it comes off a little quicker. Sometimes it takes forever to rinse it off. But by picking it off, not only does it go a little quicker, I think, but it's also you're way less likely for the dye that hasn't like binded with the glue. You're way less likely for that to smudge, smear, or mess up your disc. You just work so hard on making it look pretty. Okay. I can dig it. Okay, that orange held up a lot better than I thought it was going to. Thought some of it was going to kind of brown out, but those Dimefly colors, they're popping. Wanted to get it on that outside edge. Getting there. Oh my gosh, the whole thing? Oh, talk about a satisfying piece of glue. Okay, boom. Look, I mean, we basically got all the glue off that thing. Now you can see the design. You know how hard it is for me to move it the right direction? So that's how that bad boy came out. Boom. So that's that. Do I have glue on the button? Is that glue? What is that? Yep, that's glue. Okay, that was it. What'd you think? So we hit a good number of colors too for Dimefly. We hit the sapphire blue. We hit the lime green. We hit the chartreuse, the grape, the flame red, and the flame orange. And then that's what Shireman. That's what your disc's gonna look like, Bob. All right, all you fools that chose to come hang out with me and watch this instead of Joe Biden, like, you're my kind of people, okay? All that political stuff. We've all had enough, right? So, happy Sunday to all of you. Go get some of your Dimefly, whip up some spin dies, and shoot me some pictures. And now, let's James Brown our way out of here. Should we do this? It's time to hit it and quit it. Alright, kids. You got to see the final disc, so I don't need to tell you the pictures will be posted soon. Scott, you're a real stud. Thank you, bud. You know, you already saw the finished disc. I'll post pictures and that kind of stuff, but you kids rock. We'll catch you on the next one. Until then, oh wait, let me put it on my face so you can see me say it. How do I get to the face cam? Face cam? Face cam? Face cam. Yeah. You kids keep doing it. Yeah.